How did I manage to train every day throughout the summer holidays? How did I structure my training plan to continue the preparation for the sub 245 marathon in Valencia the 7th of December 2025, but at the same time without getting injured during summer like it happened to me last year? Let's find it out in today's video. Let's go! In order to understand my training plan and the results of my summer training, we need some context. And in this case, there are three things that are really relevant to understand the overall picture. Number one, summer holidays for me between mid-July and mid-August came right after what I discussed in the last video, which was a cycle that I called the Summer of Speed, where I worked really hard on my base speed, very short distance intervals, pushing in an aerobic. So I was coming from a month and a half of very, very intense workouts, short but very intense. So from a training perspective and periodization perspective, it made sense not to lose all the work that was done in the month of July and June, but at the same time, give my body as well the chance to recover and to absorb all the workout that has been done in the previous cycle. So that's the first element. Second element, to fully understand my summer training, is that differently from most people, I train very well during the holidays. If you take out my very demanding job from the equation, then I have more time for myself, more time for my family, more time to recover as well. During summer, for me, it's actually easier to train every day, and I did that as well some days where I was doing strength training plus some runs as well, which was amazing. So for me, summer is a good opportunity to stay consistent without the burden and the stress of the job. And the third element is that I need to be very careful when it comes to summer and holiday training. Why? Because I got injured a couple of times exactly during summer, specifically in the month of August, and I think it was a combination of factors, right? Hot days, maybe not very well hydrated, pushing too much as well, demanding too much from my body, and not thinking about a proper periodization of the trainings. Given these three elements, my coach, Andrea Gornati, decided to structure the summer training plan with a lot of easy runs, recovery runs, without any specific workout for the marathon, and some less intense speed workouts to make sure that I don't lose the base speed that I built throughout the month of June and July, but at the same time I'm not putting myself in a situation where I could risk to be overtrained or to get injured. And I can tell you that this training schedule paid off dividends. Let's have a look at some of the key trainings for this summer. And actually, let's start from the last one in Zurich before flying off Switzerland. 16th of July, I did the last fartlek, the last speed workout here in Zurich. 8 times 3 minutes at 3 minutes and 30 seconds per kilometer with a 2 minutes recovery easy run. And if you look at the splits, like constantly 330, 331, 329, so it was very, very regular on the speed part of the fartlek, but also on the recovery part. And it felt easy. So I was in a very, very good place before traveling. Then we flew to Crete in Greece for a couple of weeks of proper holiday with the family. It's a place that I know very well. We have been there for a couple of years. We have friends there. We feel like home there. And also, running-wise, I know exactly where to go, which makes my life even easier when it comes to training. And I love the beach. I love the seaside. For me, summer means sun, hot, swim. That's what summer is all about for me. First training, 18th of July, I did a bit of hill sprints, 150 meters. Again, just to, give a stimulus to the body without pushing too much. Lovely. 7 a.m. in the morning, very nice view, fantastic. I was super happy. And then on Sunday, 20th of July, this is a really great example of what I meant before by saying like a lot of easy run, recovery runs, easy pace. So this was a 30 kilometers workout. It turned out to be 33 because I was enjoying that so much. I didn't have the mental pressure of performing. I know that now this period is a kind of a slowdown period where I don't have to push myself, I don't have to improve, I just need to maintain, to control, and to be honest, to enjoy as well. The run, being on holiday, without any pressure, in a fantastic location. It's perfect. I love running. And as I wrote in my Strava comment, training on holiday is just paradise, You go out and it felt so easy, like to keep that 4 minutes 43 seconds per kilometer pace, heart rate 143 beats per minute, simply perfect. And then you just lay down in the swimming pool. It doesn't get better then. 23rd of July, probably the most interesting training of this season, and I'll explain why in a second. I did a fartlek, 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, with the recovery the same amount of minutes, so in total 34 minutes. It's interesting because I did this training exactly 1 year ago in Crete, the last day of vacation, and this is where I got injured. So for me it was an interesting test, also mentally, to go back where I got injured, doing the same training, and I can tell you the difference was incredible. See the two trainings in comparison. On one side, the one that I did this year, 2025, starting with 339, 336, 329, 29, and then even faster, 318, 328, 322, etc, etc. Compare that what I did 1 year ago, 351, 46, 41, 45, 38, 41, etc. And look as well at the heart rate, right? For the one that I did this year, really in control. I got above 160 beats per minute just at the end, versus last year I was going slower, but the heart rate was much higher. And also the feelings, like, so last year, as I wrote in the Strava comments, I felt like I was pushing hard. This year I was in total control. So that was a great benchmark to say I'm in a better place than last year. I'm doing this type of training in full control, so controlling also the cadence, the stride, to avoid to overstride or getting injured, whatever. So I was in full control, I was feeling great, and I was not pushing out. I continued my 2 weeks in Crete with some challenging ups and downs. So there are very challenging courses as well. I enjoyed that a lot, despite for me like going uphill is really challenging, but it's something that puts me out of my comfort zone. So I love to do it when I have the opportunity. This one specifically, on the 25th of July, I went up to Governator Monastery and back. Lovely. Then a couple of very efficient easy runs. So as for example this one on the 27th of July, easy run 20 kilometers plus progression of 4 kilometers, 20 kilometers, 451 the pace, 138 beats per minute, perfect. And then again it felt really easy to accelerate, right? The last kilometers, I was not forcing anything. I got chased by a dog as well at some point, but nothing serious. It happens in Crete. So all in all, felt good. I did my last run on the 31st of July. Again, an easy run, 10 kilometers plus progression run, 3 kilometers. As you see, also like not pushing too hard on long distances if not needed, to prevent cramps, and try to manage the heat and the hydration properly. After these 2 weeks of holidays in Crete, we went to Pavia in Italy, our hometown, for I think about a week. The challenge with Pavia is that the weather is really humid during summer, like 90+% humidity, and you can feel it in your body. This is a good example. Sunday the 3rd of August, I did 25 kilometers of long run plus 5 kilometers of tempo run. Very good the long run. 4 minutes and 28 seconds per kilometer, 146 beats per minute. Very good. And then the tempo run, 3 minutes and 57 seconds per kilometer. But I felt it a lot. It was much more stressful than all the trainings that I did in Crete because of the humidity. So all in all, if we look at the training log, I was able to train every day, also double sometimes, for example here, weight training in the morning, including 225 push-ups, not consecutive. I will show you like my push-up training, it's interesting. And then a recovery run. Also the week after, weight training and then run, and training every day, even twice per day when I added the strength training. And then I went back to Pavia, with the long run plus tempo run that we just discussed. And this was another very interesting one. A new fartlek, this time in Pavia, 8 times 3 minutes, 3:30 pace, and then recovery 2 minutes at 5. I was cooked on this one. Despite the fact that the training was not a really challenging one, but humidity really killed. So I had also to be smart and think about how to adapt the pace and the intensity of the training based on the environment, because again in Crete it was hotter than Pavia but less humid, so I was able to train more efficiently in Crete than in Pavia, for example. I stayed in Pavia again for a couple of days, and the last one was again a speed workout 10 times 400 meters at 3 minutes and 30 seconds per kilometer, plus 400 meters at 4 minutes and 7 seconds per kilometer. I did 11 actually, just for fun. I did one more just for fun, but I felt great here. The temperature was a bit lower than the previous days, and I immediately felt it on my body. 3:30 the first one, then 3:35, 35, 35, 30, 33, and so on. So I was really able to push without, overdoing it. So that was very, very good signal at the end of the summer holidays to be in that good shape. And finally, last week of holiday for the family, but not for myself. I had to fly to Vegas for a conference for my job. And guys, it was miserable. Like 48 degrees Celsius outside, so it was impossible to run outside. I went out like 10 p.m. first evening just to grab something at the supermarket, and the pavement was pushing out heat. There was a heat wave from the pavement because it was hot, even though it was 10 p.m. because of all the heat and the sun of the day. So impossible to go out running, so I had to run on the treadmill for a couple of days. I hate the treadmill. One, because I never do it and I enjoy running out in every weather condition. But secondly, also because I run with a very bad technique on the treadmill, probably because I never do it. I overstride a lot, so it's not an efficient run, and I tend also to risk to get injured there. So I didn't enjoy that a lot, but I did the training that I had to do. I decided with Andrea Gornati, my coach, to not push too hard on the Vegas trip, of course, because of the weather condition, because of the treadmill. And indeed, I did a very, very soft fartlek and then a very soft progression run. And finally, on the 17th of August, I was back in Zurich. I did a long run, 22 kilometers again. Take it easy. I was still digesting the jet lag. I didn't feel it easy at all. Like, it was tough, to be honest. I had to dig into my tank in order to finish it. I think I was supposed to do it 25, but then I cut it to 22. It was just too much with the travel, with the jet lag, etc., etc. So you need to understand the environment, but also you need to really talk to your body and feel your body when it's telling you that, hey, this is too much, just, stop it. Slow down, do less kilometers. All in all, it was a great summer for 3 reasons. Number 1, I didn't get injured, and that's great. Number 2, I was able to maintain the base speed that I built in the summer of speed. And third, I was able to train consistently every single day throughout the summer holidays and put myself in a situation where now, end of August and September, I'm really able to train and perform at my best. What comes after this training block? Well, after the summer of speed, the training holidays, it's time for the autumn of VO2 Max. And I will give you all the details in the next video. Let's go!